Hi, welcome to what's happening here at the top 5 stories. At number 1, the federal government, through the National Universities Commission on Monday, withdrew its circular which ordered the vice-chancellors, pro-chancellors and governing councils to reopen federal universities without giving reasons. Earlier, a circular was addressed to all vice-chancellors, pro-chancellors and chairmen of governing councils of federal universities, ordering them to reopen universities. Meanwhile, the Committee of Vice-Chancellors of Nigerian Universities has said it did not receive any official information on the call for resumption by the NUC or any government ministry. At number 2, the House of Representatives Committee on Works has urged the federal government to complete Abuja-Kefi and Kefi-Akwanga-Lafia Makurdi roads next year, April. The committee chairman Abubakar Kabir Abubakar said this when his committee inspected projects handled by China Harbour Engineering Company. Abubakar said the project was important as it connects Abuja to Nasarawa and Benue State going to Enugu State. He said that the $542 million project was counter-funded by China Exim Bank and Nigeria. Federal Ministry of Works has assured the project would be delivered on time. Nevertheless, it has been observed that the construction of these roads have been incomplete for years. At number 3, the Transmission Company of Nigeria said the national grid, which collapsed earlier on Monday, has been restored. It said the restoration of the affected part of the grid commenced immediately at 11:55 a.m. However, some cities and towns had power supply late in the night. While explaining the cause of the incident, the TCN said it was due to a sudden drop in system frequency, which created system instability. The National Control Center said a full-scale investigation is being conducted to establish and ascertain the cause of the partial disturbance. The national grid had collapsed 8 times in 2022. At number 4, in Bauchi, male secondary school students on Monday protested against a new policy introduced by the state government separating boys and girls. The protesting students disrupted commercial activities as they marched along major streets to the Emir's Palace and the headquarters of the Ministry of Education to express their grievances. Recalling, the State Commissioner for Education, Aliyu Tilde, announced that the state government had decided to separate male and female students in all secondary schools in the state. Earlier, the ministry published that the male and female students in secondary schools across the state will be separated while academic activities for the 2022-2023 session start on Monday, September 26, 2022. At number 5, the Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello has ordered the closure of a new generation church, the New Jerusalem Deliverance Ministry, Okene, for allegedly defrauding members by selling bulletproof water and running an unapproved medical facility. The pastor of the church, Peter Adeza, said to have been operating the facility since 2008, while many people were said to have allegedly lost their lives due to illegal and unhygienic medical practice. Also discovered was a hospital that is used for taking deliveries and treating sicknesses. The church is also being used as a psychiatric and rehabilitation home, as many people were seen with chains on their hands and legs. Meanwhile, the State Commissioner of Police, Edward Ebuka, represented by Okene Area Commander ACP Ibrahim Usman, said the police and other security agencies were on the ground to ensure that the premises remained sealed as well as maintain law and order. That's all for now. See you next time on What's Happening.